Hello and welcome to YOKAYI Footy Shorts. I'm your host, Chris Johnson, and I'm joined here by Benny Davis. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Jono. Your mate from the Torres Strait, Benny Davis here, and absolutely excited for a jam-packed show.
Well, let's get straight into the first week of the finals. Outstanding it is. The Port Adelaide Football Club taking on the Geelong Football Club. They're coming up favourites at the moment, Port Adelaide, and I feel that still a little bit of cloud under Tom Stewart, I feel, underneath that hamstring in round 24. So he's going to be a question mark whether he plays, but certainly they're going to take their leadership, is going to take him right into this game in Dangerfield, Duncan and Cameron. But there's a matchup here, Benny, that you really like, Aaliyah versus Jeremy Cameron.
Yeah, I love this matchup because, you know, Jeremy Cameron, we talk about the last 4 games, he's kicked 19 goals, you know, that's absolutely astonishing. And Aaliyah to come in as one of the best key defenders in the game, looking to try and quieten him to try and do the best for his team. I think it's going to be a really exciting night watching these two battle it out.
And look, they've been really good when they've played over in their home ground, Port Adelaide. They've been very, very hard to beat. Who's your prediction here, Ben?
My prediction is, given last time that these guys met, Port actually got them done at GMHBA Stadium, which is a hard thing to do. So I'm going to back in Port to get it done.
Well, the only game we're going to jump onto is here at the MCG on Friday night, the Bulldogs versus the Hawks. Really, I think at the moment, the tall forward line of the Bulldogs is really going to stretch the defence of Hawthorn. Yes, they are one of the teams, or they're both the form teams of the competition at the moment, but I feel that that's really going to be a massive issue for Hawthorn. But let's jump into Marcus Bontempelli because you like this matchup and you like this kid.
I love Marcus Bontempelli and what he's been able to do this season. You know, he's coming off the back of All-Australian captain. He's got the AFL Players Association MVP. He's been playing unbelievable, averaging 26 disposals, 1.3 goals a game. So he's going to walk into this game with his chest out, absolutely firing and ready to go. And being the best captain in the game as well, all the Bulldogs boys are going to come with him. So I'm really excited to see what he can produce.
And who are you predicting in this game, Ben?
For this one, I'm going to have to go with the Dogs.
The Dogs, yeah, me too. I think the Dogs will certainly get this game through and through. Next game we're going to jump onto is the Sydney Swan versus the GWS Giants up at SCG. Outstanding here. The Sydney Swans elected to play this game on the Saturday afternoon. I thought it would have been the Friday afternoon. If they were to lose, they gave them an extra day of recovery. But outstanding. They've been the consistent team over the competition through the home and away season, the Sydney Swans. Toby Green going through. He's really going to have a massive say in the game. But Brodie Grundy, last time these guys played, Benny, you really liked the way he went about it.
I really loved how he played. 28 disposals, 31 hit-outs, 5 tackles. He was absolutely amazing. And with Briggs coming in with a bit of a niggle under him, I think Brodie Grundy's really going to dominate this game. And when he's feeding it to the likes of Heaney, Warner, Rowbottom in the middle there, I think their midfield is just going to be far too potent for GWS and they're not going to be able to go with them in the middle. And
your prediction here, Ben, who you think's going to win and why?
My prediction is the Bloods.
Yes.
Because they just can't be beaten. They just can't be beaten.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bloods as well. I think they've been the most consistent team throughout the year, and they'll be there in the last day of September, holding that cup up with John Longmire. Next game we're going to jump onto is the Brisbane Lions versus the Carlton Football Club. The Lions were very ordinary last time they played up here at the Gabba against the Carlton Footy Club. They came out the blocks really hard and fast, but then it was Carlton who then snatched the game from the Lions. The Lions will need to be consistent in front of their goals, really inconsistent at the moment. They'll let Essendon into the game last time they played at the Gabba. But here at the moment, Jack Payne, will he take on Charlie Curnow, Benny?
Payne got through VFL last week with no pain, thankfully, pun intended. And so he's got the big match up on Charlie Curnow, I reckon. And if he's able to stop that specimen, I think that will help Brisbane massively because Charlie Curnow firing is a very scary thing. But if Payne can get that done, I'm backing Brisbane in to win.
So, Benny, Brisbane's your tip?
Brisbane is my tip.
Well, let's have a look over the whole finals campaign. Who's going to hold the cup up at the end of the finals campaign?
Come the end of September, I think the Bloods hold up the cup. Jono, I think, you know, what they've shown this year and what they've put together, they can dismantle teams. You know, you've got Grundy giving it to Warner, Rowbottom, Heaney in the middle there. You've got Errol Goulden with his laser left foot. He can kick it to anyone on the field he wants, basically. And I think their outfit is just far too strong. And looking back in 2022, when they had that grand final, I think they've matured a lot since then, and they're going to be able to handle the pressure come the grand final this year.
I couldn't agree more with you. I think the Sydney Swans will hold that cup up at the end of the year. Thanks for joining us again this week, and you've been watching YOKAYI Footy Shorts, and we'll see you next week.
For the best and most comprehensive wrap of each round, Access All Areas is the show for you, unpacking all the action and dissecting the big news from each round. Access All Areas thanks to Crypto.com, Mondays on AFL.com.au and the AFL Live app.